Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to look at Sideswipe through the ages. I want to dedicate this video to one of my subscribers, LS4, for giving me some cool ideas and a way to help things expand and help with my channel. Also, if all you guys have any comments as well you want to leave, ideas of videos that you'd like to see me do, obviously I'm open to all suggestions. I want to make this channel as much interactive as I can for you guys. Obviously we like doing the figures where I show you them in all the modes, but I think this is obviously just taking it to the next level. But while we're discussing that, this isn't every single Sideswipe figure that has been released by Hasbro or Takara to date. These are the ones that I do have, and again, I know there are others, but these are the ones that I've got. And also I'd like to make obviously a disclaimer that it doesn't include the movie version. So none of the Bayverse figures unfortunately are here. I do have them, but I'm not going to put them in this particular video, because with this video it's mainly just about the Generation 1, Generations continuity of figures, so we can look at the, how they've changed throughout the years, because he is still a very popular character and a very popular toy, and his mould does get used loads and loads, even if they just do cheeky things like change paint apps on him and then call him completely different characters. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So again, thank you to LS4 for this idea, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and it's a sort of new angle and a new way forward for ideas for videos for this channel. So there we go. First top left corner being covered up is the very first Sideswipe, 1984. I haven't mentioned Diaclone because I don't have any of them, but this is, as I say, Sideswipe from the Transformers era through the years. So very cool figure. I mentioned in this video that even though he did have a huge lack of articulation, just the movement in the elbow joint, the legs are obviously joined together and they don't really do anything, but for the time I did really enjoy it. I still really like it. I think it displays really well. And one of the best things, let's be honest, about Sideswipe is this. It's the alternate mode. Everybody loves Lamborghini, especially the Countach, and it's just a fantastic alternate mode. And thank you to Lamborghini for letting us, still use their license to do the figures. Obviously, they're struggling to get a masterpiece Jazz because Porsche don't want to be associated with transforming war robots, and that is a fact. So there you go. That's why there's no masterpiece Jazz yet, but we still keep pumping out all the other figures. So here is the original box, not in the greatest condition, but let's look at the artwork. It's fantastic. There it is, again, 1984, the first battle scene on the back, so the very first wave of the Transformer figures. There they are, Optimus Prime, Starscream, etc., all on there. Now the next one to come out, believe it or not, was, here it is. Well, they came out at the same time, to be honest, so we're going to look first and foremost at one that is very rare, to be honest, and some of you guys might not even have seen this. This is Action Master Sideswipe, and he is a European exclusive. And these divide opinion throughout the fandom massively, because the biggest thing, of course, is it is a Transformer figure, but it doesn't transform. And what it does is it has a backpack and it has the accessories, and these are what actually transform. So that's what makes this, as I say, what's known as a transforming figure. I'm not going to transform him, again, due to the value and due to the age, but this becomes like a helmet on the top of the head. I'll probably do a video in his own right of that as well, but there you go. For you guys who have not seen it, that's 1991, and it is the rare European release of the Action Master Sideswipe. We've also got at the same time, and again I'll just quickly show you this. This was the European and Australian release, the gold boxes. These did come out in other languages as well, so this is the Spanish version. Again, you've got the 5 años there, and these gold boxes did come in fully English, Spanish, and I think some Dutch as well have surfaced. So again, 1991, brilliant figure. Oh, quickly show you the back of the box, and that was again just showing the Transformers that were out at that particular time, re-released in 1991. Moving over then, we've got G2 Sideswipe. So Generation 2 Sideswipe came out in 1993. I don't have any of his accessories, so he's exactly the same. It's just the same mould. So you've just got the movement at the elbow joints and the legs come up and down. It's just a completely different repaint. So they managed to make obviously a nice new toy there, just give it a repaint, which of course Hasbro did that quite a lot. So carrying on, I don't have the GoBot version of Sideswipe, which came out in 1995. 1995. And then there's a few collector's editions which I didn't have. The next one would be the Universe, and again I haven't got that unfortunately. However, I do have the 2003 World's Smallest Transformer. version of him, which is this. So this was a Takara exclusive, so it is a legitimate, let's get this to focus, there we go, a legitimate Takara release, and it's brilliant, to be honest. It really is very, very detailed. It's absolutely tiny, but he did use his Japanese name, which was Lamba, and you'll see that again in a second as I move on to the next figure as well. So there is the world's smallest Transformer, Lamba, which is obviously Sideswipe. 2003 he was. If I put him next, well, he's next to G2 Sideswipe, so that's how big he is compared to the original figure there. Moving swiftly onwards then, I've got the Binaltech version, but there was an alternator version. This is the Binaltech version. I'm not going to get him out. This is the difference between the Binaltech and the alternators, where the Japanese did the Binaltech, hence the Japanese writing, and they are basically the same as the alternators, but they're all die-cast parts. So again, spared no expense with the Japanese versions of this. This came out in 2004, and again you can see there he was known as Lamba, but because I'm not going to transform him, I'll show you the back, and that is what he looks like in robot mode. So very impressive, and for the people who know and who collect these were basically dubbed as the basically pre-masterpiece figure. So due to the size, due to the articulation, and due to the cost, and just, I suppose, yeah, the detail in them, they were what's known as the pre-masterpiece figures. So we're then moving along, and those are the commemorative series where they just re-released them in Toys R Us in different packaging. And then there's another Universe one which came out in 2008, same as the Henkai, but which I don't have. But then we're moving up to now the ones that I have got, some of the more newer ones, and these are just in slightly wrong order. Looking at this, we've got Masterpiece Sideswipe here. So now this is where the figure, you know, this is where they really show how much they've improved over the years. You've got full articulation in the shoulders, in the elbows, in the knees, in the legs, in the hips, in the toes, everything. And of course the detail is fantastic. The only problem with these is of course the price. They are not the cheapest, and they are Takara exclusives at the moment. Sometimes you can get masterpiece figures made by Hasbro, but that is, as I say, the Takara masterpiece, and again, because he's Japanese, he's known as Lamba, and that came out in 2012. Moving onwards then, we've now got I've got in front of me here, we've got the War for Cybertron figures. We've got two versions of these. So this is, in fact, if I show you the standard one first, the standard version is there, and this again, you've got more articulation at the shoulder joints and in the arms. The thing with the War for Cybertron figures is they were based on a game that was released at the time, and they do have like huge, as I say, arsenal with it, massive weapons. The gun is huge with that. In fact, it's quite hard sometimes to get them to balance with it, but this is the War for Cybertron figure, and this was the Hasbro version. So the difference between the two I'm going to show you now is the Takara version. Oh, let me get into position. No space in this room. There you go. The left hand side is the Takara version, and again, I love the Japanese things. What they do, they've given him a metallic paint job, so he just looks that little bit better. Again, I'm not going to transform this guy, but what I'll do is I'll show you the artwork on the back, and that's the Cybertronian vehicle that he transformed into. So yeah, War for Cybertron, based on the game that came out. Really good game and a really good toy line, to be fair. They still came out under the Generations line of figures. I'm just trying to see if the date's on that, but I can't find it. But there you go. So that was the Generations one. We've done the Masterpiece, and now of course we're just moving over to some more of the newer figures that you can see right in front of you. And what we've got here is the War for Cybertron Siege, first and foremost. There he is. This one really is a true homage, shall we say, to the Generation 1 figure. Pretty much identical looking, but again with all the fact that you've got these ball and socket joints, lovely paint apps, real good detail, and yeah, really nice figure. And then talking, like I did earlier, of how they love to use the same mould and make a little bit of money on it. So you've then got the Autobot Alpha Strike Counterforce box set, which was this. This is a special gift set, and this was also Siege. And you can see what they've done is they've took the mould, and you've now got G2 Sideswipe there as well. So there he is, Generation 2, just the Generation 2 colours, exactly the same figure, no difference at all in the mould or the transformation, leading us very finally again to a redeco of the mould. And we've now got the War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe Class Siege. So this is based on the Netflix cartoon, and you can see it's the same mould, same everything, it's just got some battle damaged paint apps. So he looks hard worn, he looks like, you know, he's been exactly that in battle, replicating the cartoon that's currently being shown on Netflix at the moment. So this obviously concludes and completes this particular video. Again, this isn't all of the Sideswipes that are out, these are just the ones that I've got. In fact, I really enjoyed showing you these, to be fair. It's been good to get them out. It's forced me to get some of my Binaltechs out, so I'm probably going to do a few more Binaltech videos as well coming up shortly. But yeah, great figure, really, really popular character, fantastic idea from the subscribers. Keep them coming. If you like it, please comment that you like this sort of thing. I'm lucky enough to have quite a lot of different variants, different versions, different releases. Again, you know, this is, as I say, over 20 years of collecting now, so it's not as if I've just gone out and got this. I'm having real fun showing you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. These are brilliant, especially because they cater, I think, for all age groups. So we've got people my age in their 40s, etc., who've got the original ones or remember the original ones when they were kids. And I've got friends, and even my little boy who's now 5, he loves all the newer ones as well. So it's really good to get all these out, show you the variants. And yeah, I hope it's bringing back nice memories. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope we're learning a few things. Let me know what you thought of it. Take care, and take care, guys.